Shabbat shalom, everyone. How's everyone feeling? You look tired, full of turkey. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll start services then. Ooh. So everyone, if you're wondering if you get extra points for being here tonight, the answer is we don't give points for coming to services. Thank you. But if we did, for sure you'd get extra points. You all get lots of extra credit. Saul, when he was here last week, he kept saying that in Judaism, every day is Thanksgiving because we are full of gratitude, and that's what our prayers are all about, are this opportunity to just give thanks and give thanks and give thanks. And if you go through our regular liturgy, whether for Shabbat or for every weekday, that's what we do, is we give thanks for everything. So let's continue the tradition of Thanksgiving with tonight's Shabbat service, doing what we always do when we are here together, which is the opportunity to give thanks. So first, we'll give thanks for light by lighting our Shabbat candles and recognizing that God was the first one to ever create light and thereby giving us the ability to do so. I would like to invite, are you ready? Anybody who hosted dinner at their home last night, please come and light our Shabbat candles. No, that's why you all have the energy to be here. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Naomi, Sally. Come on up. I'll help you with the blessing. Don't worry. I know you do. But sometimes people get nervous. Those are matches. They're these cool things. You like flick it. Neat. They're vintage. Retro. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. Thank you all so much. And you, if we're giving out points, you get extra points for hosting Thanksgiving and then coming to services the next day. For those of us who just laid back and enjoyed, no reason not to be here, right? So it is, as we're giving thanks, I want to thank Robin Varco, our board representative, for being here tonight, and her son Joey is sitting up here on the bema, and you'll find out why, other than just being a really nice son, why he's sitting here in a few minutes. Let's turn together to page 138 for Lecha Dodi as we welcome the Shabbat bride. See, we're all hosts tonight. We host the Shabbat bride all together. 138, we'll sing verse 1, 5, and 9. Lecha Dodi. may be seated. We'll turn to page 144 for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uchayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'lalmei almaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma imeru. Amen. We take a moment now to ask for God's blessings on anyone here who is observing a period of Shiva or Shloshim, the immediate 7 and 30-day mourning periods. If you wish to, we invite you to please stand at this time so that we may ask for God's blessings upon you. Hamakom Yenachem Etchem, may you be comforted among the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. We now stand together as one community for the Baruch, page 146. Reflection on Ma'ariv Aravim. The first gray dewy droplet emerges as a blink and a shiver and a chill, but by mid-morning it has risen brighter than a novel idea or a burning bulb. The sun is reassuring in its stinging oversight, glaring, loving judgment, exposing the unswept corners and sticky surfaces of our lives. We are busy working out the wrinkles as it slowly dips back into dusky forgiveness. Cool purples and mossy greens softly melt the horizon like clockwork, like sun work, like God work, rolling the orange edges out and in, like breathing, restoring us gratefully, sharply, readily, steadily for tomorrow's rising. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Let's read together on page 150. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, lie down, and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people, Israel. Page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema chant together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, beshivtecha beveitecha, uvlechtecha v'derech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Eloechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 158. I was working with our youth choir on Sunday, and I was teaching them actually this version of this particular prayer. And they were asking me, why is it micha mocha and then kamocha? And I told them the story about, Nachshon going into the water and getting choked up and instead of cha, because his mouth was getting full of water. And they said, but what's micha mocha anyway? I'm like, I could retire. It was, when the kids have this natural curiosity about what the prayers are really for, what's this kavanah really intended for, that's why we do it. It's not to get kids up here singing, it's to get them involved in prayer, right? Thinking about it. And so I explained, it's like the Israelites are saying, wow, this is so amazing. God, who is like you? And so I'm thinking to our Thanksgiving dinners, and how many of you have the tradition of going around the table and everyone has to say what they're thankful for? You could just as easily say, kind of, what's your micha mocha moment of this year been? What's the moment of gratitude, of kind of not just gratitude, but like miraculous gratitude that you've had this year? And the reason we revisit this story of crossing the sea is because it's not just a once-in-a-lifetime kind of moment. Redemption is happening all the time. These moments of gratitude, these moments of freedom, these moments of excitement. If we pause to notice our micha mocha moments, try that one, they're all around. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha mocha nedar b'kodesh, Norah page 162. Who's ready for a new melody? No, I see a few hands. I see you. Jackie and I, we're working on a little something, but not tonight. You just made me smile so hard. That was amazing. That was some serious ruach. I don't know how many of you know Alex back here, but when he's in the mood, his ruach will just bust the doors off. It's just so boisterous. We love it. Page 164. Let's bring our hearts, our souls, all that gratitude, all that love, all that joy. We'll stand together for the Amidah. Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Velohei Yaakov Sarah Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Meimit Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atah l'Hachayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kadoshim b'chol yom, Yahalelucha Selah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. We take this time now for our own prayers and private reflections, our own gratitude, our own michamocha moments, our own time to reflect. really well tonight. I don't know if it's because it's a smaller group, you feel like you need to sing louder, but I love it. And you're going to do this first part just on your own so I can listen, okay? Yeah. Yasher Koach, everyone. Thank you. We are going to continue with our prayer for healing. And because I cannot sing it, well, actually, Jackie can keep playing in the middle, so I can still do names in the middle. I was thinking, how am I going to? I don't need to because Jackie's here. Thank you, Jackie. So we'll continue with our prayer for healing. When we get to the middle of the prayer, we'll take a moment to think about those individuals that we are praying for tonight. You can find the words on page 371. That healing means, whether it's a return to the way they felt before or a new kind of return to a different kind of way than they've ever been. We invite those prayers at this time. First, I'll read the names from our community, and then we'll take some time to go around the room and see who is on your mind tonight so we can all offer strength and prayer together. Tonight we wish a refuah shlema, speedy recovery to Menachem Rachmiel ben Betzalel, Jason Byer, Stephen Black, Ronald Black, Courtney Carpenter, Holly Connor, Robert Covino, Rhonda George, Alan Goldman, David Grady, Andrew Hayden, Melissa Joy, Renee Kierman, Saul Kierman, Jeffrey Klein, Alicia Lopez, Pam Meyer, Jaden Michael, Arthur Jackson Moltz, Cynthia Poor, Don Rosenblum, Louis Rosenblum, Robin Rosenblum, Chaya Miriam Bat Yadaruchel, Eileen Schwartz, Michael Robert Senecal, Alan Sherman, Frank Simon, Larry Spiro, Don Steckler, Shira Chassa Bat Auden Sterna, Avram Kobe Ben Margalit Vered, and Brian Weinberger. If there's someone else you're thinking of, or if you're with us online and you'd like to put those names into the chat, we invite you to do so at this time. Me continue now with our prayer for our country and a prayer for the state of Israel, page 76. We'll begin together at the bottom of page 376 and then continue on 377, reading together. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen. And then on 377, Avinu Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'goalo, Barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Geulatenu. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Jacob's life takes an unexpected turn this week. Well, unexpected if you haven't read it before. Most of us have. He takes this unexpected turn because he leaves. He leaves home, he leaves his family, and we know that eventually things are going to work out just fine for Jacob. He's going to find love, and he's also going to marry 3 other women too. He's going to find love. He's going to have many children. He becomes the father of a great nation. But right now, all we know is that there's been this trauma in the family. Remember the whole thing about the switching of the twins? We talked about it last week. And he, because of his fear of his brother, he is gone. He has left. He has, as our bat mitzvah last week, she said it. She had it written in her speech, and then she chose a different word. He skedaddles. She had skedaddles written, and then she said leaves. And I was like, that was the best part, the skedaddling. It's okay. Jacob skedaddles because his brother's going to try to kill him. And all we know, so imagine we're Rebecca. Imagine we're the mother, and your son has just skedaddled, and he's off on his own for the very first time. Remember, this is your indoor kid. This is not Esau, the one who likes to fight and get into things outdoors. This is the one who likes to stay at home with his mama. But no, he is out there in the wilderness all alone. We know that he's going to go to sleep. He's going to use a rock as a pillow. And we can only imagine what it was like for her to know that her precious son, her favorite child, was out there all alone. But what we learn, what we know is what's going to happen in this parsha is that in his going out, that's when he's going to find holiness. He's going to wake up from that dream with his rock pillow, dream, angels up and down the ladder, and he's going to say, God was in this place and I didn't even know it. But before that happens, all we have is this moment of wondering how Jacob's going to do. It's not a perfect lesson. It takes some time for Jacob to stop bartering with God and actually let that sense of gratitude for his surroundings sink in. But surely at this season that we are in right now, and with this parsha, the sense of launching our young off into the world is not far away from where we are right now. I know many families, they have college students home for the first time. Maybe they're not home for the first time, they're just home. It's been a pleasure to see so many of them. And I want to show you this picture here. I know it might be hard to see. You'll have to come look afterwards. But this was my first confirmation class here at CBI. This is 8 years ago. I had this group of 16-year-olds, and what would happen is that I would pose a question about either the Torah we were studying or, whatever it was that we were learning about, like if we were talking about God or rituals or whatever it was, I would pose a question, and they would look at me like I had 6 heads, and it would be mostly silent for a while. until finally Joey Varco would say something menschy and get the conversation going, and then they would start talking to each other, and then there would be like 6 different conversations happening, and then I'd have to be mean rabbi and be like, all right, guys, let's focus. And then I posed another question. They would look at me like I was some kind of alien. And then finally, Joey would say something, and the whole cycle would begin again and again. So I encourage everyone to come take a look at this class. Harvey, Matthew's in here too. Yeah, so make sure you come take a look afterwards. But there's this just cute little guy right there, third in from that side. Come take a look before you go. I'll put it out with the challah. But the reason I'm telling you all of this now, and the reason I'm mentioning Joey, is because most of these kids that were in that picture, they've graduated from college. They are off in the world. They are adulting. And so when I say this season of launching our children, I don't just mean the children of our families. I don't just mean my kids, your kids. I mean the children of this community, the children of this congregation. We are all responsible for raising them. And so tonight it's my pleasure, I've already started to, but it is my pleasure to introduce one of our children who is not a child at all. But he has chosen a path that is unique to our community, and it is a sacred path of his own, one that I'm sure keeps his mother up at night. So it's an honor to invite to the Bima tonight to share some thoughts, Private First Class Joseph Varco. Wow, did you see that reveal? That was great, right? So Joey, as I've known him here at CBI and at camp, is a combat medic in the 919th Medical Company based out of Aurora, Colorado with the U.S. Army. He has just graduated from job training, and when he returns to Colorado next week, he will officially join his unit as a medic. Did I say all of that correctly?
Perfect.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
He called me ma'am. I'm going to let him tell you some more, and he can correct anything I said that was incorrect. What we're going to do tonight is a little bit of a Q&A. We've prepped a couple questions and answers, a little bit informed by the Parsha, a little bit just because we're so proud of this guy. And if, depending, oh gosh, I don't know what time it is. I don't have a watch. You do. How are we doing? It's 19:05. Like, I know what that means.
7:05.
7:05. Okay, so depending on 5 after 7, great. Depending on how we're doing, maybe we'll open it up to a question or two from our community. This is on. You got that working? All right, so, wait a minute. Private First Class Varco.
Yes.
First of all, tell us, I gave them a little bit, but in your words, tell us about you. Kind of where you grew up in the context of this community, where you went to school, important things you participated in as a kid.
Yeah, I've always been very involved with CBI. I started at Shannon Preschool. I was bar mitzvahed here, went through confirmation, Mayan. I was a part of NIFTY and BBYO in high school. And then my first year at Camp Stein was in 2012. I was a camper for about 9 years and then a counselor for 3. So I've always been very involved here in the Jewish community. Graduated from Horizon High School, went on to go to study at the University of San Diego, studied philosophy and anthropology, with a minor in Spanish. There I played rugby, joined a fraternity, worked as an EMT, and I was the president of the Hillel also at that university.
Oh, I didn't know
so
that.
That was very cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm just really happy to be back here.
So bonus question, who was your favorite camper that you ever had at Camp Stein?
Impossible. They're all great. Yeah, of course.
No, there's a right answer. No. He's supposed to say my kid,
yeah.
but he's not doing that.
Try.
All right, question number two. Tell us about an important Jewish experience or two that you had either at camp here at CBI or maybe at Hillel. What were kind of some formative Jewish experiences that you had over the years?
I'd say just having the community here at CBI and at camp was very formative for me because, you know, you don't really have a lot of Jewish friends in high school or anything like that at the school, but I was provided that with camp and CBI's experience. So it's not a specific moment, I would say, growing up, but just being able to have people to fall back on that were also Jewish was really great. And then once I became a counselor, I started leading some of the services. So I really enjoyed that because I was able to take hold of my Jewish experience and almost spread it, you know, play guitar, sing songs.
But you didn't go to rabbinical school?
No.
Did you consider it?
Yeah, of course. I always think about it, but
Oh, it's never too late.
yeah, we'll see.
So when then in this progression, like nothing that you said kind of indicates where you decided to go. So there must have been something in those experiences that you had and the way that you were raised that made you decide to go into the military. So tell us a little bit about what impacted that decision for you.
In college, like I said, I worked as an EMT, and then at camp I was a lifeguard as well, and worked as an EMT there. And I really enjoyed the concept of helping people. People in need. You're the person there. I call it the I got you mentality, where it's like, hey, I'm here, I got you. I'm the person that can care for you if you're in need. And so I thought, where's a place that a lot of people need a lot of help, and I'd say I'd be in the military and different places like that. So definitely just having those kinds of experiences made me say, yeah, this is something I want to pursue and become a medic.
Okay, so I'm going to go off book a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people have that thought, and they become like a social worker. Or you're interested in medicine, you go to medical school, they become, some kind of helping profession. But this is something kind of different and distinct. So where did what was the seed of the idea? Where did it really just pop into your head? Was there someone you knew? Was there someone who suggested it?
Well, I went on a big trip, with Camp Stein, and I came back, and I was like, oh, I'm going to join the IDF. It's going to be, I just fell in love with the land there. And then, I went through high school, and then decided after high school I really wanted to join the Marine Corps. And then my mom said, oh, no, try out college for a year. We'll see how it goes.
She's like,
yeah. So I did, and I really enjoyed it. I decided to finish out my schooling there, get my degree, but there's still that concept of, wanting to do more, because, anyone can really be a doctor, anyone can do that, but less than 1% of the U.S. enlists, and that's something that can find a lot of honor in, I'd think, and, you're actually there doing hands-on work rather than, getting paid, and, we get paid, but it's more the concept of it, in my opinion.
the concept of getting paid.
The concept of helping. Yeah.
So speaking of not getting paid, speaking of what you're doing, tell us a little bit about so you finished your training, and now you officially are a part of the unit when you get back, right? So what's your day-to-day been like, and what will it be like when you get back? Kind of what's the difference going to be once you get in and you're officially, you move up to the next rank? What's it going to be like?
Yeah, in training, you're in boot camp, you're in your job training and everything. So we'd wake up at about 3:30 every day.
That's why more kids don't pick it.
Yeah, about 3:30, you gotta shave every morning, make your bed perfectly, bounce a quarter off of it.
Is that real?
Yeah, and then if you don't, they take it and they flip it, and they take all your things and throw them all around.
Did that ever happen to you?
Of course, yeah. Even if you make it perfect, they do it. It's part of the script. But wake up early, make sure everything's good, make sure your uniforms are good, and then you go down, go to physical training. And then once you're done with that, you run about half a mile to the chow hall. You only have about 30 minutes to eat. So I learned a spoon technique. So rather than eat with a fork, you just eat everything with a spoon. Because you don't have much time to
How's
eat it
the
all.
food?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I really like MREs too. So meals ready to eat, like little packaged meals.
I didn't know what that was.
Yeah. You just eat, you come back. During medic training, we had outside days and inside days. Inside, you're learning the medicine, like the concepts behind it. And then the outside days were more, you go out, you have your Kevlar helmet, your bulletproof vest, your med bag, and then you have simulated casualties they have to go and get into safety and perform different medical treatments on and then evacuate them. And I was in Texas, so it was pretty humid and very hot in about July and August. But and then we'd finish about 6 p.m., get mail, have to line up, be ready for bed by 8 o'clock, lights out by 9 o'clock, and then redo it all.
Do it all over again.
Yeah.
So what'll be different when you get back?
I'll have a lot more freedom. I'll be able to, do more things, go places by myself. I can wear civilian clothing when I'm not on my job. I'll be doing different clinics. So you wake up maybe around 4 now instead of 3:30.
Let you sleep in.
And you do a clinic so any soldier can come and say, oh, stub my toe, I have some rash or something like that. Check them out. You do that in the beginning of the day. You do physical training with them, and then just more training, just practicing loading the different ambulances we have, and just medical training, just keeping it keeping it tight.
Nice. All right, so now we're going to get into like the Jewish part.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a warm up. So Jacob wakes up and says, God was in this place and I didn't know. Have you found moments of holiness in unexpected places since you've been in the army?
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of like you were saying also with Jacob sleeping on the rock and everything. In boot camp, our final, I guess, mission, you could call it, is you have to go out into the woods. I was in Missouri for my boot camp. And so we marched out about 12 miles with 50 plus pounds on our back. And you dig holes into the ground, you sleep there for about 5 days. And you can't shower, you're eating these packaged meals every day. But you're sleeping out there in the wilderness and you have to stay up all night. You get about every hour, we got 30 minutes to sleep. But I was the leader of our platoon, so I had to make rounds. And so I really got about an hour and a half of sleep every night for about 5 days. But, you're out there and it's just deadly silent, and you're sleeping on the ground and everything. And it's very spiritual. It's very grounding. It's I don't know. For me, it's kind of difficult to describe, but you go through all these very stressful events and then it's silence. And for me, I kind of found that very holy. And then another experience was when I went to my job training in Texas. It was the first Friday, so it was Shabbat. And in Missouri, I didn't have a rabbi. There's no Jewish service, but in Texas, we did. So I dressed up in a different uniform to go to my religious services. And everyone, oh, what are you doing? You're in a different uniform. You can't. Like, oh, what do you do? And I'd say, oh, I'm going to religious services. Say, oh, what service do they have on Friday nights? And I'd say, oh, I'm Jewish. And they go, oh, I've never met a Jewish person before. I mean, it was
surprise.
Yeah. It would be, I'd say about 70% of the people there they said I was the first Jewish person they'd ever met. And they almost felt like, they were like, can I call you a Jew? Like, is that? And I'd be like, yes, that's what I am. And so, that was an experience that could have been very isolating, because, I'm different. I'm, not like everyone else. But I actually found it to be very holy and very uplifting to be like, oh, okay, I have this opportunity to represent my people. I have, and there's not a lot of Jewish people in the army or in the military in general. So I really took it to be like, all right, I'm the Jewish guy. I'll represent well, and I think I did good. So.
Any other reflections on being Jewish in the army?
Yeah, Judaism, it's all about, protecting, helping people. So I found a lot of my spirituality through that as well, being like, all right, this is, and also I have some friends that are in the IDF as well. I went on Birthright last winter, and so I found a strong connection with them as well. And, I'm like, all right, I'm doing my job as a Jewish man, I guess.
Amazing. So on theme with Thanksgiving, gratitude, the whole thing, what are you most grateful for about this path that you've chosen?
I'm very grateful to have the ability to do the things that I do. Not everyone has the, physical or mental fortitude, I guess, for lack of a better word, to be able to go through these things and perform well. And I'm not just doing it for myself, but to be able to perform for the soldiers around me, and we also do a lot of humanitarian efforts, so also for the civilians and soldiers. I'm very grateful to be able to do these physical things and get through it. So I'm very grateful for that, and everyone who supports me as well.
Anything you're in particular looking forward to about what comes next?
Yeah, well, my unit just got back from Tunisia doing a humanitarian mission. So
Were you there?
I wasn't. No, I was in training. So, but we're expected to be going to some other country in Africa pretty soon, and I'll be there for about 9 months doing some humanitarian efforts. And
She doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to be able to actually, get that hands-on experience and really help people in a way that matters. Usually it's the worst day of people's lives when they need a medic, but I'll be the person there to actually help them. So.
And knowing you, as I have for the last, and I know Rabbi Conlon would say, I've known you your whole life, right? So as people who've known you as long as we possibly could have known you, I know that not only are you going to bring that medical care, but you also bring your calm spirit and comforting presence. All right, we have time for 2. Would anyone like to, I don't even know what time it is, I just made that up. Anyone have any comments or questions? Sharon?
Because you're Jewish, because my late husband was Jewish and went into the Navy. They had never seen a Jewish person.
Yeah.
And they looked for his horns.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone looked for your horns?
No, but I did get a lot, oh, well, you don't look Jewish. So that was kind of that was big. Oh, yeah. But yeah, no horns. At least they didn't tell me.
just revelry.
Yeah.
Anyone else have a thought or a question? No. All right. Do we have any veterans with? I know we have at least one because you're wearing the hat. Any other veterans? Beautiful. So you have some great Jewish, comrades. You're in good company is what I mean to say. So thank you so much. Every Veterans Day we do a blessing for the veterans. So if you were here, even though you're not a veteran yet, you get to come back for that. Thank you for sharing, for being here, and for being someone we can be so proud of from our community.
Thank you very much.
From this little guy. I mean, he wasn't really little. So cute. Thank you, Joey. And I don't want to say it wrong. Thank you, Private First Class Varco, for being here with us tonight. And it is a pleasure to invite your mom, Robin Varco, to share some words on behalf of our board of directors. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay. He still makes his bed, by the way. Hospital
Do
corners
you
every
try
morning.
bouncing a quarter off of it? Have you ever tried flipping his mattress over?
I won't. No, because I would probably have to pick it up. So no, I would not do that. Thank you to tonight's greeters and members of the Shalom team for making our community feel welcome. Join us for Torah study tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the Benjamin Conference Room. 50s and 60s group, join us on Friday, December 5th for the first Friday Shabbat, including Shabbat services, followed by dinner at a local restaurant. Registration is available in the Shmir. Mark your calendar for the first Friday of every month. And I did go to the event a couple of weeks ago, and it was really well attended and really fun. Sign up for the second of 4 classes on Davenology, led by Arab Rabbi Saul Kay, Thursday, December 11th at 7 p.m. Join us for Big Hanukkah Fun on Friday, December 19th for Shabbat services featuring all of our volunteer choirs and Hanukkah dinner. And also there are volunteers needed for Family Promise the week of December 21st through the 28th. Please contact Michael Baer for more information. Shabbat Shalom.
Robin, any reflections from you on having your son in the Army, what that's been like? As like Rebecca, knowing that her son is out there in the wilderness for the first time?
Well, I feel like we dodged a bullet, I guess, a little bit when he came back when he was 16 and wanted to join the IDF. And I thought, maybe you should just finish high school first, so we convinced him to do that. And then when he wanted to join the Marines and not go to college, I had to take a deep breath, and I said, maybe you should think about college. So our reflections are, maybe you think about things before you actually jump in. Fortunately, he has a late birthday, late July, so he was not able to enlist in high school because he was only 17. So we were able to get past that. And when I would ask him, why do you want to join the military? He would say, I want to serve my country. I want to do something that's bigger than just me, and I want to help. So how do you disagree with that? I couldn't, so.
Good Jewish values at work.
Good Jewish values.
It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you both so much. We are going to continue with Aleinu, page 586. Let's stand, please. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyeh haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim veyoser haaretz umoshav yikaro bashamayim ima'al ushchinatu zo begavhei meromim hu Eloheinu einod emet malkeinu efes ulato kakatuv We turn now to Thoughts of Kaddish, page 598. If, hold on one moment, for all my pages. It is with our deepest sympathies that we note the passing of the following people who were recently laid to their eternal rest. Tonight we are remembering Harris Berger, husband of Susan Berger, and Stuart J. Bird, son of Sandra Bird and Edward Bird. We are remembering those of our congregational family whose yard sites occur this week. We are remembering Bernard Abrahams, Hyman Alpert, Jeffrey Andocht, Dr. Salo Barone, Bessie Bendelin, Ida Bland, Reuben Bloom, Linda Breyer, Louis Breyer, Carl Chaffetz, Edith Cohn, Barbara Currigan, Carl Kramer, Sylvia Doro, Sadie Filler, Rose Firestone, Joseph Gamsu, Hinda Gerenstein, Lillian Goldberg, Ann Goodman, Gertrude Green, Herman Greenbaum, Samuel Hauer, Barbara Hirsch, Michelle Hirsch, Esther Kempner, Elaine Klar, Ruth Koch, Edward Kogan, Benjamin Letterman, Mary Lewine, Carl Morris, James Nash, Robert Newville, John Nye, Jean Panish, Dr. Frederick Pashkow, Nathan Plotkin, Bob Reynolds, Florence Rigberg, Milton Robbins, Joseph Rosenberg, Daniel Rosenblum, Della Sachs, Joel Shore, Neil Shiner, Bessie Sherman, Irving Scher, Abraham Singer, Harry Stone, David Tauman, Mary Tenenbaum, Minnie Weiss, Barbara Weiss, Marilyn Winter, Nathan Wise, and Marvin Zacks. If there's anyone else you are thinking of tonight, or if I've mispronounced the name of your loved one, I invite you to add their names at this time. We also remember the 6 million who perished in the Shoah, including the 1.5 million children who have no one to say Kaddish for them. And as always, we recall with admiration the soldiers and civilians of the state of Israel who have given their lives for our Jewish homeland. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may all of their lives be for a blessing. We read words of Kaddish together, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who are in mourning and comfort to all who are bereaved as we say together, amen. You may be seated. Fun fact, in Hebrew, the word for thanks is hodu, and the word for turkey, does anybody know, is hodu. Isn't that wild? So we are going to conclude with a song, Hodu Ladonai, which means give thanks to God, or if you're going to be snarky about it, it could be about turkey for God. The only words are Hodu Ladonai. Here's how it sounds. Hodu Ladonai, Hodu Ladonai, Hodu Ladonai, Hodu Ladonai, Hodu. Let's try that one more time. we don't have any little tiny children with us, so we are going to ask some big children. Ben and Joey, will you come and lead Kiddush and Motzi? Sorry, Ben. Hey, Ben, who's your favorite camper you've ever had at Camp Stein? Didn't you also have Sela one summer when you were with the girls? No? Never mind. Well, then, yes, the right answer is Charlie. Good job. They're like, will I not get hired back if I don't say it? Just kidding. Where are you going to be this summer? We'll see. Is it open? All right, I'll call you. Where are you going to be this summer? Somewhere far away. All right, we are going to begin with Kiddush. You can decide who gets to hold the big cup. All right, do we stand for Kiddush? We don't stand for Kiddush, do we? No, we'll just say it. But I would like to find it so I don't get the words wrong. Well, I know. Like, you know, we always tell the kids, use the book, because you don't want to get mixed up. I don't want to get mixed up, but I don't know what page it's on. So we're going to say it, and if I get mixed up, you're going to come in with the right words. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. You can drink the real one. I don't know what's in there, though, actually, so if you're... It's grape juice. You poured it, so we know. Thank you, Robin. Sure. Thank you. It's a challah. We're going to bless it first, and then you can take it around. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'te'avon. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Robin, for being here. Thank you, Joey Yasher Koach, for sharing all about your experience. I'm going to leave this cute picture out here in case anyone wants to see. Oh, my gosh, they were adorable. They're still adorable, but now they're adults. All right, Shabbat Shalom and Happy Thanksgiving. What? Oh, and I forgot. I was very adamant that everyone who came tonight should get a special treat. So there is pie in the rotunda. Please enjoy. Shabbat Shalom.